The 20-year war in Afghanistan cost a countless amount of lives and trillions of dollars, and now the person in charge of the money going to rebuild the war-torn nation is sounding an alarm. In the 18 months since the U.S. withdrew troops from Afghanistan, billions of taxpayer dollars have gone toward humanitarian aid and infrastructure, or at least we thought that's what it was going to. Our Joe Khalil is live in Washington with more on these new revelations. Good morning, Joe.
Mitch, good morning. It was a pretty stunning admission earlier this week. The inspector general who's supposed to oversee the Afghanistan reconstruction says that he cannot guarantee, he said this under oath, can't guarantee that the U.S. aid money, which is your taxpayer dollars, aren't going to fund the Taliban and their terrorist activities. Fund is the word that he used. John Sopko also says that since the U.S. has withdrawn from Afghanistan, we have provided them with something like $8 billion in American taxpayer money for aid. Now, that's a lot of money. Certainly there is a good reason for it. Right now, there's a humanitarian crisis happening in Afghanistan. Since the United States military left, their economy has essentially collapsed, which means that families, innocent children, are literally starving. There are a ton of really sad images of kids that are malnourished, that don't have food. So there's reason to provide some of this aid. But Sopko slammed the U.S. State Department and U.S. aid organizations because he claims they have stonewalled him, not providing him the documents or the access that he needs to the information to truly know how that money is being spent, where those funds are going. And he suspects that the Taliban is diverting a lot of that money and the food assistance that the United States is sending right now. When they heard this, both Democrats and Republicans on the House Oversight Committee expressed some frustration. This is not a partisan issue here. So we caught up with one of them, Republican Nancy Mace, yesterday, and here's what she told us about this.
Now it sounds like they may have taxpayer money that they are living off of and promoting terrorism off of and spreading terrorism around the world off of taxpayer dime. That is a frightening prospect, but it also goes to show how we've had many failures around the world when we've tried to go in and change a country's government system.
Again, just one lawmaker of many who were pretty upset by this. Just before John Sopko testified, the White House put out a statement saying that they actually are defending what they have provided to him. They say they've given him access to information. They've given him thousands of documents. But clearly the inspector general, who is not a partisan figure, by the way, is simply not satisfied. He says he does not have what he needs to do proper oversight. And so right now, we're not exactly sure how those dollars are being spent and where the Taliban is getting their money, but he has serious concerns.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.